It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Titans' speedy running back. It was a nice week for him last time out. A 107-yard game. It's the Titans and the Panthers on EA Sports.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. There's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. A gain there of 21 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's got it to about the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 74 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Wide open receiver complete. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Here's Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans. Now facing 3rd and long following the sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
His defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken at the 46. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A 54-yard punt return there. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he goes out right around the 39. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Willis. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Third down, it's Willis. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a big...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Herbert. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. Here's how to catch it there on the right sideline. Says the ball judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Willis now off play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Willis to throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They gave him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Willis with a quick throw out wide. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Willis with another keeper.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Herbert. outside here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Swift. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
23 yards to pick up there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Again, Herbert. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Second down. Here's Willis. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run the draw here and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Play action, Willis. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. On now is the Titans punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Herbert, they'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This time Willis will throw it.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Calling a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Willis from the gun on third down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's more. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking at it 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And on that long run, maybe the defense
caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Herbert. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here's Swift.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Willis backed up to his own end zone here, third and long.
And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. Fourth down now. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Carolina.
DeAndre Swift.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Let's go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They called out a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out come the Titans now.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. 1st and 10 now, Willis and the Titans.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the move to his left. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Well, they took a shot there, trying to get it downfield, 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pass incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called a zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game.
Willis from the gun on third down.
And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Right back to Swift again on second down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.